The Haunting of the Castle of Good Hope. The wind howled through the corridors of the Castle of Good Hope, its ancient stone walls standing firm against time but whispering of horrors long past. By daylight, the fortress in Cape Town was an iconic piece of history, but when the sun dipped beyond the horizon, the castle took on a different form, one steeped in eerie shadows and lingering spirits. Thomas was never one to believe in ghosts, but as the newly appointed night watchman, he couldn't ignore the unsettling feeling creeping over him. He had heard the stories, the lady in gray, the phantom horseman, the governor's curse, but he brushed them off as fables, meant to entertain tourists. That night, as he walked his rounds through the dimly lit halls, the unmistakable sound of footsteps echoed behind him. He spun around, shining his flashlight into the darkness. Nothing. He shook his head. Just my mind playing tricks on me. He pressed forward, but the sound persisted, growing closer. Heart pounding, he turned a corner and stepped into the old dungeon. Donkergat, the dark hole. The air here was heavier, thick with centuries of suffering. Legends told of prisoners who were left to rot, their cries swallowed by the unyielding stone. A sudden whisper sent shivers down Thomas's spine. Leave. Now. The voice was distant yet chillingly close. His flashlight flickered as the temperature plunged. Then he saw it. A shadow, moving without shape, gliding through the walls, its presence suffocating. The stories had warned of the governor's curse. Pieter Gysbert van Noodt, the cruel ruler who had sentenced men to death without mercy, had allegedly died with his face frozen in terror. Some claimed his tormented soul still wandered these halls, bound by the curse uttered upon him by the doomed soldiers. Thomas's instincts screamed at him to run. He stumbled back towards the main courtyard, but before he reached the exit, the distant clang of a bell echoed through the air. A bell that hadn't been rung in centuries. Then came the lady in gray. She emerged from the darkness, her gown billowing as though caught in a storm that wasn't there. Thomas stood frozen, her sorrowful gaze piercing into his very soul. She raised a hand as if reaching for him, but before he could react, her figure faded into the mist. The next morning, when the day watchman arrived, they found Thomas outside the castle gates. His face was pale, his hands trembling. He refused to step back inside. He never returned to the castle again. Even today, visitors claim to hear the echo of footsteps in empty corridors, the clang of a long silent bell, and the chilling whispers of unseen figures. The Castle of Good Hope remains one of South Africa's most haunted locations, a fortress where history and the supernatural intertwine, forever shrouded in mystery. Would you dare spend a night there?